All right, it'll be a few minutes till everybody gets here. Here I am. Where y'all at? Come on now. I know we didn't put it up before we went live. We'll just sit here for a few minutes, let everybody gather. Hey, Christina, James. I forgot to schedule it. I've been playing all day. Rebecca's here. Yay. Anyway, yeah, there was no notice. I'm like, hey, Kara, we going live? Yeah, we are. Oh, crap. It's 5 till. So there we go. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no notice. We're not perfect. What? We're not perfect. When you say we, am I in that equation?
Yes, you are.
Oh, my goodness. Can you believe that?
You're right.
I'm probably going to have to wear a hat now.
Why?
Why not? There's her.
Hello, people.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Larry. Yeah, Joe says no notice. Yeah, I was just determined a few minutes ago. Oh, man, it's almost 6 o'clock.
Well, I figured most people who know us know we go at 6 most of the time.
We didn't go live one night. And where are you? You guys dead? No, we're just working our butts off. I've been cooking all day and listing all day and turning pens all day. And Carrie slept till about 30 minutes ago.
No.
I'm just kidding.
1 o'clock. Because I was up late doing listing of kits. So I made my big announcement this morning. What was that, Rebecca?
Oh, she got a new artist.
Oh.
I was peeking in right after she went live.
Sorry.
Oh, crap, I missed her. Oh, check my mic there. Go do the old DJI thing here. Yeah, click on that. DJI.
Yes.
Boom. That is it. Now they get great fidelity. And if you wander away from me, you need a mic too.
Oh, did you sleep all day? Or did you take a nap?
Who slept? You?
No, she says, I just woke up.
Oh, she probably took a nap. Rebecca is a nap taker.
I can't do that.
I can't either.
I cannot nap.
Very nice, Larry. Can't wait.
Unless I'm on medication.
3 new artists. Who are the artists? No, go watch her channel. That way she gets a view.
Don't I get priority?
What?
Message me.
Message her. You gotta go watch the channel. Give her a view.
I'm with you.
Oh, but I'm nobody. Seriously.
See, this is where I want to go.
Alani.
Hawaii. It's too.
Hey,
windy.
April. Yeah, I can't nap. You know, I could nap. I just don't nap.
Yes.
I've never been a napper.
I agree, Joe. 100%. I cannot nap. If I do, I'm worse. Yes, then I never go to bed.
And I would imagine Rebecca probably learned a long time ago that a power nap in the afternoon, 30 minutes or whatever, is like mega refreshing. And I think it would be, but I'd be all screwed up. I wouldn't know what day it was because in my nearly 65 years on the earth.
Let's go, Joe.
I haven't napped since I was about, a year old.
Let's go, Joe. Hawaii.
Hawaii. Got to pronounce all them things.
I know.
Let's see. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about something really fun. Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Well, wait till everybody gets here. Then it's just, I turn ink pens as well.
Yes, we do.
And I usually use the bushings that we buy from Penn State. Mm-hmm. But there are a number of pens that we do a lot of, such as a model that is either what's that one?
Cigar.
No, the one that the Big Ben and cigar. Yeah, we do a lot of Big Ben and cigars. They're the Big Ben cigars, Cuban, Legacy cigar, whatever you want to call them.
Pens.
Those are all the exact same kit, just a little bit different twists. Now, there's another one that is either a Gatsby or a Sierra or a what's that? No. What's that one that Denise sent that has that new design on it?
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. Yeah, Da Vinci's another type. And but they're all the same pen. But anyway, so I buy these bushings. Hey, Starla, how you doing? Let's see, go up here a little bit. What's that say there? Up, up, up. That big one there. I can nap, but it messes up my sleep schedule, and that's no good for me because sleep doesn't come easy for me as it is. Oh, yeah. Though I'd love to just sleep during the day and be awake all night. Carrie is a nightclubber. She goes to bed at 4 a.m. I'm up at 6:30. It's the craziest thing.
See, I should talk to Chinese people because I'm like
Yeah,
awake.
she's on their schedule.
And at start, and
But then she'd miss her friends.
I used to be a 10 to 8 shift person, and so then I just
10 at night or morning?
10 in the morning to
Oh.
8 at night because I ran the front end, and that's the busiest time of the store. But then there was one time when you were on that program where you had to be on overnights, so I stayed up with him. So I got used to doing that, and now I'm just kind of there. Now I'm at this stage in my life. I think it's like old lady syndrome or something. I can't go to sleep, so I have to take melatonin or I don't sleep. My brain is still going 90 miles an hour, and it's always been that way.
Anyway, Starla's here, and then Rebecca says, I'm getting used to napping since COVID. Now up late with China, and you have to be up early for the UK agents. Yes.
Yeah, that would work. I
Yep.
could help you with China.
Why, you speak Chinese?
No.
Oh,
I have
Scroll down.
I had a Rosetta Stone that had that, and I was going to take Chinese, but I've
Nah.
watched a lot
keep
of
scrolling down.
Korean
That's
drama shows. I've already got used to reading it.
Joe worked graveyards in her 20s. It'll screw you up. Working graveyards for a long time really dorks up
Yep.
your circadian rhythm.
I was on it for a year, and it took me about 6 months to get on a normal sleeping schedule.
I adopt in a day. Hey, Joe, is it windy down there? Because it is all day long, has been 36-mile-per-hour winds sustained with gusts to 50. And I'll bet you it's even a little bit worse for Rebecca.
And
Nothing like a greasy spoon cheeseburger at 3 a.m. They taste great, don't they? I get ketchup on the side and dip them in ketchup too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, we have a man-made pond out behind our house that certain streets are attached to, and you look outside, and that's how we can tell if it's super windy or not. The water is like waves, like Hawaii, and the poor ducks are going, "Whoa, man!" Because we get ducks and geese that sit in there. Whoa! So they're like, "Ooh."
Okay, so
I
put
really
the
need to catch up because my mind runs 8,000 MPMs.
memories per minute.
Oh, all right.
I don't
Come
know.
on, Larry. I'm ready to challenge you. I'm ready.
Ready to challenge what?
He said I need to catch up because his mind runs at 1,000.
Oh yeah. Larry's going, man. Larry's got a lot of scrolling on his mind.
I'm going with Larry for a cheeseburger.
Okay, so go ahead and throw the camera over here to the e-meat. Yeah, you can still talk. It's just going to be over here.
I gotta get a mic again. Which one am I doing?
E-meat. Scroll down.
There we
And
go.
then drag the window over to here.
How do you do that?
Top. All the way to the top. Click, drag, all the way to the top. All the way to the top. Right here.
This?
Click, drag. There you go. Bingo. Okay. So everybody knows Brian. Brian is the guy that comes on here and it says TBC bushings. And I've used these forever. And let me grab another one. And they work fantastic. Well, actually, I use these over here. They work fantastic when you drill out an end. Yeah, good cheeseburger. Can't beat it. Can't beat it, Joe. Wind tunnel. Yeah, I figure your wind's worse than ours, Larry, Rebecca. But we normally use these little TBC bushings that go into here. And the reason I do that is so when I'm pushing on it, let me show you why. Here we go. This is going to be a fun night. We're going to do some little fun things here. All right. This is what's called a dead center. The reason it's called a dead center is because it goes into the lathe and it has a 60-degree cone on the end here. And then this little thing has a 60-degree insert, so it sits on there. So when we're turning pens, you see it like this when we're turning diamond painting pens. And this will drive the pen roundy so we can carve it. These little bushings work fantastic. Brian makes these. They're great. You see me use them all the time. I've turned literally 4,000 pens with these bushings. Some are worn down, some are new. See, here's a new one. Look at the difference from being worn down or not. Anyway, so when you're turning ink pens, you have to get a set of adapters, and these would be the cigar bushings. And those cigar bushings would go into a blank like this. I would insert into there. And then to turn between centers, which means I only want to turn this, I got to put one of his TBC adapters on there, which goes in here super tight. I like them that way, and I'll tell you why in a second. That one's real tight. They're all a little bit different. But anyway, it goes inside there. And the reason it does that is because it needs to turn. And this is the adapter that allows it to be turned by this live center right here. The problem with this particular solution, it's a good one, but this is never a perfect fit. So there's already a tiny little bit of play, and you might be able to see it in there. So when I rock this back and forth, you'll be able to see how there's a little bit of play. And then there's always a tiny bit of play between the bushing and this thing here. Right? So if I go like this, there's actually a tiny bit. But when you add these two bits of play, you put it onto here, sometimes this will wobble a little bit, which gives you a less precise turning against that bushing. So Brian, now these are this little set of cigar bushings here are $5.95. $5.95. They're made of some cheaper steel, not as great, and they do wear down, and they do eventually wear out a little bit. Let me get the other pair of pliers here so I can get this one off. There we go, it's off. Okay. So I've separated these here. And the problem with that is when you put your pen together, if you have a lot of wobble, it'll be perfect on one side and a little bit fat on the other because it's wobbling as you're turning it. Not a good thing. So Brian also makes bushings specifically for something. And I've got these EDC bushings right here. And by the way, Larry, this is for a EDC click, what do you call it? Big Ben EDC click thing. But these two bushings here cost about $25, where those cost $5.95. What's the difference? Well, one, they're machined a lot tighter. So when I put them into here, there is literally no play, okay? And then when they set up against this thing driving, I now have a very nicely turning blank. And it makes for a very accurate pen and a much more nice experience. It's very smooth. There's no wobble. It is absolutely wonderful. So far, I already have, I'm going to put this in there because I'm going to turn this later, Larry. Look at the burl in that thing. Ooh, man, that's going to be a pretty pen, isn't it? Okay, let's put that back over there. So I right now have, because we do a lot of them, Gatsby, Sierra, Monarch, whatever you want to call it, just depends on what company you're dealing with. And then I got the cigar or Big Ben or Cuban. And then I've got the Majestic Squire, which comes in a couple of different names as well. And that way these can be used and I get a nice, awesome turn. Yeah, let me tell you, I was turning yesterday, some of those, and I'm telling you, Larry, it was a tremendously smooth pleasure. My goodness, I was so happy because these were expensive. I mean, right here, these 4, this was about $120. But I do a lot of these pens, and it's important to me to be accurate. So as I'm wearing out these bushings, these don't wear out the same, and they're a lot tighter. Very, very nice. So I've got quite a few things of that. And I've got, this one's empty because the bearings were just in that piece of wood. But these are pretty dang awesome. And I'm telling you, I used them for the very first time this weekend because I just got them last week. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And if you turn a lot of one pen, it makes sense to pay the money to buy them. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Let's go put our lathe back together here. Let's see. Let me swap the cameras over to the workplace here. Bingo. You're trying to figure out how you want to get them. I'm not sure, Larry. What does that mean? You can use a credit card, send them a check in the mail, all kind of ways to get those babies. Now, this is one of Christina Carr's pens. Actually, so is that striped one. We'll probably turn that one too. That'll be cool. So this one here is the 24-hour live pen. It's going to be turned at a .66 pointy baseball bat. Christina likes hers a very certain way, Christina Carr, and because she has an interesting grip, so we can make them specially for her. Let me go over to this YouTube thing here and get rid of that guy there. And go to the home and bring up you guys. Boom. All right, so we got the dead center on this end, the live center on this end, and you can tell because this one turns when I turn the handle over here, and this one turns with it, but doesn't turn this here. That's why this is the live center. This is the dead center. All right, let's turn this on here. So what we need to do for Christina is she likes, and I'll show you why we do it this way for her. Took a while, you know, guys, all the questions she asked, and she finally came up with her perfect design, and her pens are all done like this because it fits her grip phenomenally well. All right, let's turn that on right there. Pointy baseball bat and a .66 on this one. Yeah, Larry, if you're going to turn a lot of one pen, I'm telling you, brother, worth their weight in gold. I am firmly convinced now after turning this weekend. I think I did about 11 pens or something like that. A little bit thin. Now we're going to be tapping this out for twist and pick. So this will be fun. Twist and pick is that one that squeezes out the stuff. That's the new Diamond Art Club pen. By the way, Carrie's destashing a bunch of stuff to make the move to Phoenix. So watch those destash groups. Look for my name in the destashing because I'm listing them for her. She's doing all the legwork of putting them together. Now we're going to leave this a little fat because we're going to drill it and then tap it out. Oh, no, not this one. This one just gets regular. So we can go a lot smaller on this one here. That's right. This one does not get those tappings like that. But because she uses the end of the pen the way she does, I leave them a little bit fatter than normal. There we go. Oh, absolutely, Larry. I understand. Yeah. When you're buying the fittings like that, you got to be able to sell them and make money to pay for them because they're pretty expensive, as far as a bushing goes. And by the way, these are 4.75 inch long blanks. So these are quite short. Hey, Larry, couldn't you make them and go to the local county craft fair and sell them? Because that would pay back pretty quickly. All right, let's take a measurement here. I think we're getting close, but it's probably a little fat. Yeah, 0.68 there, 0.72 there. Need to get down just a little further. Last time I did one of these for Christina Carr, it caught and I ruined the blank, and then Carrie somehow found another one. I'm like, oh, hallelujah. Okay, that's perfect right there. And she loves this. And this is sort of a modified single pane window. Because it's a little shorter, I don't have time to make the indents like we normally would. And two things. One, it's a less than 5 inch pen, 4 3/4. And I'm moving that baseball bat in 7/8 of an inch in either direction. So we really lose a lot of real estate in the middle. Oh, yeah, Larry. Oh, I see. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Well, you sell them. Yeah. So you need the upfront capital to get it going. I understand 100% now. Nope. I understand. And I turned some pens today. I just haven't put the thing up yet. I've been running around like crazy all day. And I've been going since 6:30. I took Kevin this morning to work at 6:30. He had an early day. So I was back in the shop by about 7:15 having a ball. Yeah, I understand, Larry. Man, if I lived down there, Larry, we'd go in cahoots, man. We'd make some pens, get down to the thing. I'd front the table fee, and then we'd just stand there and yuck it up all day long and then sell some pens, right? But people like pens. There's more people using ink pens than diamond painting pens. That's just a fact, not a slam. Oh yeah, he's labor never gets cheaper, electricity never gets cheaper. Heck, gas right now is $3.30 a gallon here. I'm okay with that though, because we got to get rid of them Iran people and let those people be free. I love freedom. Love some liberty. All right, that looks beautiful right there. Hello, Trudy. Did we miss anybody, Larry? No, looks like we're good. Joe, did we miss anybody up there? Yeah, Larry's quite the craftsman, I'll tell you. How's it down there in Louisiana today, Trudy? Up here, it's windy as all get out. We were just talking. I think Rebecca's got stronger winds than we do. Hey, Christina James. She's back in the picture there. She was here right up the front, too, in case you guys missed her. 360. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it was like $4 and something for no ethanol, regular grade kind of thing. Most people are using that 10% deal. Yeah, Larry, we'd be yucking it up so hard there at the table at the pen booth or the craft fair. People would walk up to us and say, "Are you selling pens or just having fun?" And I would say, both. How many pens do you want? And how many bags of fun can I put out there for you? Yeah, baby. Pennsylvania, 369. Yeah. Here in Oklahoma, I'm not sure how it is elsewhere and everywhere, but you can get ethanol-free gasoline and you can get gasoline with that 10% ethanol in it. So you have a choice at the thing. Going to have to do less detailed patterns on scroll saw something health. Can't see that last word yet, or that next to last word. I thought when you got your Seiko that would lead you to more detailed. Oh, due to health. Yeah. Just do letters of the alphabet. Kids love those things. Little blocks. Do them out of 2x4s. Make them for everybody. Yeah, more walking would be good for you. But anyway, I just wanted to go through those bushing things today because my goodness, it was literally a game changer doing those pens with those bushings. Just amazing. Yeah, it's sort of funny. I got this little heart down here in the lower right corner that whenever somebody types a long note or comment, I can't really see one of the words until it rolls back up. So thank you, Joe, for telling me what that word was. I love tinkering in the shop. I really do. Even if it's cleaning up and organizing, I love it. Whew, that thing is getting smooth. We're talking baby butt smooth. I guess the baby's belly is pretty smooth too. And her feet, and her back, and her head. Head smells so good. There we go. This is the one you guys designed. Crazy. Peanut butter or grape jelly, or what do we call this thing? Grape and blueberry or something? I forget. Great design. Great design. Yeah, we made it before Carrie woke up. Did you go to bed? On the 24-hour live?
Yeah, I went a bit late and then you were up early.
Ah. Let's see. Though this one here, that's the blue one there. Oh, there's a square one. So this is going to get a twist and pick and a twist on. No, this just gets a twist and pick on one end, right, Care? Yeah. No, that's not what it says. Or does she pay extra? It's trying to decipher all this.
Yeah, well, she changed her mind.
So. Okay, because it says twist and pick, but not twist in or screw in, twist on. Did she pay extra?
She paid extra for these.
Right, got it.
And then this one, no.
Yep, I got it.
I don't remember this one and the other one.
Well, these would be the same because they get a twist and pick on one end. That's what's in the order form. Okay. Okay. It changed. She's checking. Well, let me know. I'm just going to mark some things up here. Haven't seen her yet. She's not checked in. All right. And this is a very odd shaped blank. It's a layered blank. We're going to have to see how this goes. So first thing we do is we do a 7/8. There we go. All right, blower on. So this end here is going to get the twist on, twist and pick, which is the one that I have to tap. We have to drill it and tap it. What I need to do right now before I go too far on this is to figure out what drill bit it is that I use to drill out the hole for that tap. And the tap is, let's see. What? Hey, you got one of those twist and picks there? I got to measure you to make sure I got the right tap.
Okay, so I asked.
Yep.
Small blanks get twist and pick, and the blue squared ones get twist on. Correct.
Yeah.
This.
Yep. Got it. Everything is right on the money there. I need where's your twist and pick at? Right here. Yeah, that one's too big. I think it's this one right here. Ah, there it is. So what I'm testing for is I'm getting the right pick, because this will be the tap. This is the Diamond Art Club twist and pick, and I'm just tapping it in right now. So this is the right one to use for that. Okay. Then all right, so that is let me ask Chat GPT here what drill bit it is. Bear with me. What's that, baby? Oh. Okay, now a new tap. Let's see. All right, I asked it. It does all the major work. 9 millimeters. Let's see, 8. So it says 5/16. Perfect. We got it. So we're going to use a 5/16 inch drill bit. And one of the things I want to make sure of is that we're not too big and not too small. So I will zero that out, get to the inches there. And this thing right now is 19/32. And 5/16 is right there. So I'm going to lock that down. And that is going to be perfect. I can make it a little bit thinner, but that's very nice. Okay, here we go. Let's keep on rolling here. The other end of these just gets a regular pointy baseball bat. But this one I have to leave room, and I'll show you why later. Okay, here we go. All right, and you can say this one is noticeably smaller than this one. This was actually a lopsided blank, multi-filled. So this end will actually look a little smaller than the other one. And let's see, the finger grip on this one is going to be a 0.68. So let's see where we're at. Perfect on that end. Let's do the other end. This is almost like filling a prescription. Get all these parameters correct. Let's see how our grip is looking there. That's about a 0.68. Love it. And now we're just going to give her a nice single pane window in the middle. And then we're going to come back to this one in a short bit. We'll do the other one first. And this one here it was a very thin blank, so we're really cheating a lot to keep it as thick as we are. A little edge right there we got to take care of. Other than that, we're done. There we go. Let's trim the end here because this is where we're going to drill. Beautiful. Same thing down here. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to finish this one up. Pretty unique blank because what the casters do is as they're pouring pens, they just pour the extra into a mold and they come up with this stratification like that. Isn't that cool? And these are never perfectly level, and they're never perfectly even. They're just extra stuff, which makes a really cool pen. That's why it looks like it's a little bit off the straight and goes a little diagonal. Feels good. You know, Christina, my son, Sean, was just cruising through Philadelphia about an hour ago. He landed at the Philly airport and is heading to McGuire Air Force Base. He's in the Air Force. He's going to do something there before he goes to Africa. Whatever. So he's a medic, and he's going to get, I guess, some training there. He was just in San Antonio, so that's fun. And now he's going to get some more training or something up there in McGuire. He sent me a picture of Lincoln Field. I said, say hi to the Eagles for me. And I think he's either going to be in I think Tanzania or Kenya. I can't remember which. Should be way fun though. I've never been to Africa. I thought the thing to South Korea was a deal, like, deployment, but it wasn't. It was just a permanent change of station in the middle there kind of thing from Arkansas to Florida. So this is his deployment. Let's see, where are we at here? 2, let's get number 3 here. Bring home some kudu horns. Hey, I'll ask him. I wonder if it's illegal to take those out of the country. I wonder. I didn't even know our Air Force was in Africa. Feels good. Like I knew that it would. Do 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 do. That feels so smooth on there. All right, one more. Number 6. What would you do with a kudu horn, Larry? Make a pen out of it or something? Has it got enough meat in there where it's not hollowed out or anything like that? All right. So there's that cool pen. Man, that is smooth. Okay, let's do the other one. It's a blue one coming up. And then we will drill those and insert that tap in there. We get to play with more tools. Oh, you'd make a bow out of it. Seriously, dude. That'd be wild. All right, let's go here. Hard to see that on the and be easier down this end here. Here we go. It's dark blue there. All right, blower on. This one is also going to get a twist on this end. Let me see how big the other one was. I'll make this the same. $35.64. That is it. 35.64 right there. This one will just be the regular type of end. All right, the finger grips on these are going to be 0.66, same as the other one, a little smaller than the other one. .70, still going down. Sort of funny, some of these little round ones like this, they come a little hot dog shaped. You really can't tell by the eye, but you can certainly tell when it's being turned. Let's see, 0.68 there. We're almost down where we need to be. .66 on the money. All right, looking good. Let me do a little trim right here. All righty. Blow her off. Diaper in place. This looks like an ombre pen. Little lighter blue on one end, darker blue on the other. Look at that big old fancy French word I know. It's one board bow. Oh, that's cool. A pyramid bow. I don't even know what that is, Larry. I imagine that would be 3 pieces, right? A pyramid. Larry's got some knowledge in that noggin of his, I'll tell you. Larry, you're going to have to let me know what a pyramid bow is. I'll go Google it eventually, but can't do right now, right this second. Smooth, baby. Pen sounds like a plan. Way to face reality, Larry. I love it. You're a man of practical thinking. Did we miss anybody saying hi? The viewership has increased, but I don't know who's here. But we're glad you're here. Lurk away. Fine stranger, fine stranger. Write a song, Larry. Lurk away, fine stranger. I'm going to write one tonight. Lurk away, fine stranger. I'll post it in the group and we'll play it later. Lurk away, fine stranger. Ooh, that's so smooth. Whoever mixed that resin up did a great job. Hey, Caroline. You'll be happy to know that I'm buying my ebonite from India. Shipping soon, probably tomorrow. When I wake up, it'll be moving. I had to pay the customs amount today. It was 8,469 rupees. Which is about $95, roughly. Caroline's a lurker. We're glad you're here, Caroline. Caroline was one of our early challengers way back in the day when we were getting started. And she had me make ice cream scoops and tablespoon or measuring cups. And I can't even remember all the stuff you had us make, Caroline. That was fun. Joe, what was for dinner today? Caroline, what are you having? I think we're going to make some enchiladas tonight. We make this super simple enchilada recipe. Very good for kids, lots of protein, iron, all that kind of junk in it. And really tasty. I really love them. They are so fun. Pizza. From scratch or just throwing a DiGiorno's in the oven? By the way, that's okay. DiGiorno is pretty good pizza. But if you're making it from scratch, I'm impressed. Even more. I think I just did about 4 pounds of chicken. I cut it up and cooked it on the skillet there to prepare for the chicken enchiladas. Fresh. Very nice. Baked something, baked pork chop and tater salad and white lima beans. Ooh, Larry, you're a tough man. Me and lima beans have just not been able to get together ever since I was a kid. I don't know. People love them, and man, I just can't stand the smell of them. Weird, because they're probably really good and tasty, but I can't get past the smell. It's like cilantro. I don't do cilantro either. Tastes like soap. And I bet you it tastes awesome. It just doesn't taste awesome to me. By the way, Rebecca, what's your low up there tonight? Or if you're even still here, you might be out doing. Oh, there you are. What's your low tonight? Ours is like 20 degrees tonight. You're probably a little bit chillier. All right, that feels fabulous. Look at that cool thing. That's a great little threading right there. I like it. Okay, what we're going to do next is drill a 5/16 hole on this end here, and then we're going to tap it. All right, let me get this out of the way. I've got to take the dead center out. Take the live center out. Got a nice keyless chuck here. We'll take that drill bit out because that's a 10 millimeter drill bit, not for this exercise here. And let me get my 5/16 drill bit. And how far do we make this in there? Let's see. Let me go measure again. We'll push that out of the way a little bit. We're now going to get the blank. Let's see. Pliers, here we go. Had to think for a second. What was I over here for? Let's get Mr. Chuckles out. There we go. Now we do wrap the end of this pen in a nice thick latex hose, little piece, if you will. And then we're going to mount it in here, and it's going to hold it nice and firmly. Make sure it goes small enough. Usually don't go that small, so it's a little bit rusty in that section there. Okay, there we go. Now we'll open it back up, slide it in. And all we want to do is just hold it nice and stiff. We're going to bring this up and meet it right there. Clamp it down nicely. Now, I have to measure this other twist end pick here, so I remember how deep this goes, because you notice it's a real deep hole. So here we go. We're going to zero that out, and we're going to extend it down into there. Okay, that is 40 millimeters deep. So what we're going to do is measure. Let me lock that down because we want to drill it that deep. Let's see. Where is... Oh, my marker. My marker's over here where I always leave it. Let's see. We got going here. Crafting and craft 35 now. Feels like 12. Yeah, it's stinking wind, right? Limas have some Ma Bell's sage in them. Sounds good. 46 there. Going to get down to, yeah, it's 33 there, windy. I meant the wind. We've dropped from 81 to 59 now. Yeah, we were warm yesterday, but it has dropped significantly. It's going to be 22 at about 3 in the morning. Gust to 47. Yeah, that's what we got too. My usual Sunday dinner. Oh, yeah, we got the tortilla crusted tilapia again. Very nice. Supposed to be 40 there for Larry and possible tornado. Yeah, they're going to get a mix of the heat and the cold. That's what you get. Okay, we're going to go to the bottom here. Let me back this out just a hair. Everything's in the way here. So we're going about that deep. There we go. All right, let me get this black tape off of here. This is for my depth meter, if you will. I use that when I'm drilling for the twist ons. All right, there we go. We are going to go about that deep into this blank. Are we ready? We're going to slow the lathe way down. Now, the only thing that I fear for this particular blank is that it has layers in laminate. So I'm going to lock it down real here, and I'm going to go super nice and slow. No big hurry. Going to turn the blower on to pick up all this stuff. And I'm in no hurry drilling this. Just nice and easy. I don't want to crack this blank and have it separate. What I want this thing to do is I want this thing to keep feeding out the shavings. You can see it on there. It just keeps pushing it out. I want it to flow nice and smooth, both sides. We're in no hurry at all. I'm going to slow down, let it feed out. I'm going to pull it all the way out because the deeper you get, the more compressed it gets. Here we go. We're going all the way down to here. Boom. That is it. Very successful. Very, very nice. That was the only one I had to iffy for, and that's that one there. All right, now we'll turn that off. Take this out. And we'll drill the other blank now. That's a beautiful cut. I love it. Let me get these bushings out of here. Here we go again. We're going to match it up here, make sure we're all lined up, and then we'll tighten it down. There we go. Remember, this is for the twist and pick, which, if you have a Diamond Art Club pen with the new thing in there, this is the thing that pushes the stuff out, the wax. So that we're just really replicating what this thing is all about. And if you got a new Diamond Art Club kit, you got one of those. All right, blower on. Locked in place. Here we go. Same operation. Nice and slow. Now, I'm not as afraid of this one because this is a monolithic resin pen. There's no layers. It's just one single pour. Don't have to quite go as slow or cautious with this one. See how it gets sort of powdery in there? All right, we're heading there now. We are right there. Beautiful. All right, that's all we need that for. Now, we're going to use another tool. We're going to take this keyless chuck out of here. We don't need it right now. And I am going to get the thing that holds the tap. This is the thing that holds the tap, and it goes back and forth like this in a very machined manner so that you can hold it and guide it. And this is not going to be powered. This is 100% not powered. There we go. And the tap fits right on the end here. Tighten that down just a little bit. Okay, we're going to feed it into there. And now, one of the more important things here is to give it a little lubrication. So there is some tapping juice. Where's my tap juice at? I guess I'll just use this 3-in-1 like I had. This is just lubricating the threads. And we just push it in, and it starts cutting threads. You can see this little plastic stuff coming out there. Those are the threads being cut. That is so smooth. I love it. There we go. And then we just back it out. And there it is. And these are all the tappings, if you will. And I'm going to go back to the other one. And in order to get all of those little tappings out, I will put it in the ultrasonic machine. So it'll get a little bit of a bath while it works all those little threaded things out of there. Okay, there we go. And this is a little bit loose right now, and this is a little bit loose right here because you don't want to force it. You just want to make it nice and easy for it. Let's bring this up right about there, lock it in place, bring them together, and it really finds its own path. All we have to do is turn it. And we go back and forth to relieve any pressure. Make sure the taps or the threads are all cleaned out. And you notice I'm going back and forth. That cleans out the threads a little bit as it goes. This is tremendously fun because I get to buy new tools. This is also the tool that I use making the fountain pens. Beautiful. There we go. Now we just back it out. Bingo. And there's all the thread stuff that it cut out. Little bits. All right, those are 2 complete pens. And that's ready to go. You can take one of those things out of the Diamond Art Club kit and just put it right in there with the glue, and now you've got a really cool twist and pick. You can see I can tap a little bit of junk out of there, but we will now put that in the ultrasonic sink about 8 minutes and clean it out. And I'll put those in there right now. Because why not, right? What would we be waiting for? Okay, they're in there. Let's see, start. There we go. It is ultrasonicking. Is it Walmart order here yet? Oh, patience. Patience, he says. Okay, let me take the bushings out of this other one here. Now we're going to put our lathe back together. These are such fun tools. I don't know where that little container went that held my tab. I've got the tab and I just need the container. It's here somewhere. All right. Hey, Caden, how you doing? Chips, too bad. Some will not turn if I can help it if the acrylister blanks. Oh, yeah. Larry, I really don't like the acrylister. Number one, it stinks when you're turning it. I mean, it's yucky. All right. Like I said, we're going to do various things tonight. The next thing we're going to do is turn the blank for my Big Ben EDC pen. Yeah, I'm going to make myself a pen. I don't do that often. It sure is fun when I do it. All right, we're going to blow this out. Make sure there's no contamination in there when I slide this back in here. And we'll put the live center in this side there. Beautiful. We'll get that right there. Let me get this over here. Let me see if this is the right way. Perfect angle. Good deal. Did we miss anything, Larry? Hey, Christina C is here. Hello, Christina. Missed you coming in there a little while ago. Good you're here. You just saw us tap out 2 of your pens for your twist and pick. Hey, Denise, there was no notice. I forgot. I just been working in the shop all day, and all of a sudden Carrie says, "Are you going live?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "It's like 10 till." I'm like, "Oh, crap." Larry says, "Not that I see, Tim. I did a muffler delete on my car, and it sounds amazing." Yeah, I used to do that back in the days. You know, Caden, we used to run these things called glass packs. And it would give that throaty, nice sound to the car. Okay, first thing we're doing, going to spin this really fast. I used to love that loud muffler thing when I was a kid. And by kid, I mean anytime up until I was 35. But I do appreciate a nice throaty Mustang or Camaro going by me, or a Charger or something, that's for sure. Or a Maserati for that matter. This is a piece of Amboina burl. Amboina burl was the burl they used. They still use it in some, but not all, of the Rolls-Royce dashes and consoles and door panels and stuff like that. Now they're using something called Malabar teak in the highest end Rolls-Royces because it's just beautiful. I need to ask my Indian counterpart. He lives in South India, and I think that's where it grows. See if he's got any around there. Let's see what this looks like before we make it too skinny. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a gorgeous pen. Oh. Hello, Ann. Oh, you know, the car I had, Caden, was that like that Fred Flintstone thing where you get your feet going, but we had little animals out the back that were tooting along. Hey, Cindy. It's too bad so much of this wood has to be turned away. Yeah, Caden, Fred Flintstone was my down the street neighbor. I really liked Wilma, but he got her first. All right, I am just down to where I need to be. Now we're going to do some sanding for shaping. Woo, look at all that stuff. That would make a killer orange pen, wouldn't it? All those shavings. Be like Rebecca's old red murder pen, or what was that thing we did, Rebecca? Yeah, I think it was off of Caden's pen that we turned for him that was all wood, and we kept that pink sawdust and then put it in a pen, like some resin. I remember that now. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of sanding and shaping with this one here. This is about an 80 grit sandpaper. I'm using my TBC bushings, Big Ben EDC bushings on this one. I can't wait to see what this looks like when we stop. Oh, it's going to be so gorgeous. This is the slowest way to get it down to where I want, but it's the safest way. Now I'll check FedEx in the morning and see when my ebonite will be delivered. Yeah, this was about a $45 piece of wood. Woo, that feels good. Okay, that's the first rough sanding. Now I'm going to slow it down even more. And we'll take this to about 1,000, maybe 1,200 sandpaper. Any more of that with wood, it doesn't do any good. Man, is it windy. I can feel it banging against the window. Whew. It's coming out of the northwest here, so it's banging against the front of the house. That feels so good. Oh, my goodness. I want to stop that so bad and look at that, but I don't want to stop it and look at it. We'll even assemble this one tonight. And this wood is not stabilized. Not required to have stabilized wood for a pen. Makes it smoother, but it's not required because this isn't touching any resin, and the resin wouldn't soak itself into that and ruin its properties. So you're good here. This is just a piece of Amboina burl from Malaysia, or Indonesia. Sorry, Indonesia. Oh, that is so smooth. And I'm making, this is going to be my pen, unless somebody wants to give me $1,000 for it. No, I'm just kidding. But this is going to be my pen. I wanted the Big Ben EDC click pen. And that's what we're making. And Joe's fountain pen's a little bit on hold until the new ebonite gets in. That'll be very exciting. Okay, I'm taking it to 1,200 just because I love how smooth this is. I think this will probably be about the end of any kind of result that we would get from sandpaper. Oh, that is mirror smooth. That feels so good. Okay. Now we got to clean all this dust off. Let me get a paper towel. I'm going to get 2 of them. Okay, I just threw that across the floor. That's really good. All right, the first one is going to be, look like I did some henna on my hand here. Look at that. Stains. All right, we're just going to get all the dust off. Clean it off really nicely. Now we're going to dry it off, and then we're going to apply a beeswax and mineral oil coating. And that'll be good for this because it'll really soak in because it's not resin impregnated. Okay, nice and dry. Let me get some beeswax here. Now I'm going to turn it on real fast and create a lot of friction to get it to soak in. Boy, these EDC, these TBC bushings, man, they are so smooth. Oh, this is going to look beautiful. And we will take this to the microscope. I'm telling you, this is just gorgeous. There it is. We'll slow that baby down. Oh my goodness, that is just gorgeous. Oh, that is rich. Man alive. Here we come, microscope. Let's see, microscope. You get it refocused here. Look at that. Ooh, is that a face right there with a wig on? Look at that. It's like a person's face right there. Right there. Got a piece of junk on there. Look how orange that is. Oh, my goodness. Reminds you of Starry, Starry Night, doesn't it? By Van Gogh. It's got those little swirlies in there. Man alive, that thing is rich. Absolutely, Joe. We can't wait. I can't wait till it gets here. So very exciting. Okay. Let me shift it to some assembly here. Let me get back to this, the E-meat. Boom. All right. Oh, I knocked that with my head. There we go. All right, let me put these. We were talking about these earlier. And these can come out now. These are the Big Ben EDCs. They will go right back in there for next use because I love that Big Ben EDC pen. It is such a cool pen. It's a clicker pen. You gotta like a clicker pen. And put that in there. I'll put that little box in the other spare box. All right. That's got to go back over to the other place. Beautiful right there. Let me take my cleaning rag here. Put a little alcohol on there. We're going to clean the ends. See all that orange dust coming off? Yeah, we don't want that in our pen. Beautiful. And here's the Big Ben EDC. And I have chosen a beautiful chrome. Don't tell Carrie I chose this one. Isn't that cool, April? Starry, starry night. I do like that one, but I also like the Great Wave of Kanagawa. That is truly my favorite one. All right, so what we got to do now is get the press out. Here we go. Extend our handle. And let's see, I know this is going to go on one end, and I want it on this end here. I shaped it so it would go down just like that. Nope, that one goes on that end there. And this will go in there, and that's going to shape up to be perfect. Scrumptious. Okay, let's put this one on first. There we go. And then we will put this little collar in there. We'll just push it in there. And we'll push that in. And then we'll put the clip on here. We'll push that in there. That's how our pen's going to get our, I think our cartridge goes in there. Yeah. All right, now this goes down in there. Wonder if that screws up from the bottom here. Let's go get the instructions here. I don't put many of these together. I do a lot of Big Ben cigars and stuff like that. But let's see. Let me break out my keyboard here. Big Ben EDC pen kit. Right there to the Penn State website. You think it would take you right to it. Big Ben EDC. I guess I got to type all that in. Here we go. Perfection instructions. Let's see. Press the cap nut. We did that. Press the tip assembly. Did that. Thread the mechanism into the bottom end of the cap. Oh, okay. So let's take this off here. And it goes into here. There we go. See, Larry, just got to read the instructions, baby. Then it all makes sense. Doesn't matter where the clip goes because it's all just absolutely gorgeous. And then we will put that down on there. Boom. There it is. Is that screw on there? How far has that got to go down on there? There we go. Now it's seated nicely. There's a good click pen right there. I like it. I follow the pictures. Me too, Larry. I just had to go look at the picture. That wood is just, oh my gosh, that's so scrumptious. Whew. Okay, now we got to do a test. And it didn't come with instructions, so I can't do it that way. So I need a piece of paper. Let's get a little plastic cup here. Oh, it works. It writes nice. Oh, that's such a beautiful pen. Boy, that wood. My goodness. And I got 4 more pens to make tomorrow. A couple of cigars, 3 cigars, 4 cigars, I think. Yeah. 4 cigar pens for tomorrow. Yeah, it's fun. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, me too, Larry. I had to go look up the instructions, and now I'll never forget because I'm going to start cranking these babies out because it's a fun pen to make. It's gorgeous when we're done. It is just very nice. All right. That is exciting. Any questions, anybody? Let's see. Well, we did a lot tonight. We turned 3 pens. We tapped 2 pens for Christina. And hopefully you got to watch those, Christina. Those were fun to do. And then we get some stuff off to her. And let me just be full disclosure here. I got one more order to do for Christine because I wasn't paying attention one day and I confused twist and pick with twist on. And I sent her a bunch of pens that she didn't want. She loves them, no doubt, but she didn't desire those. But I'm redoing another order for her tomorrow. My treat. She just picked some blanks out with Carrie, and I'm just going to do them correctly and then send them out. I don't know what happened to me that day. It's like my brain was screwed on backwards. I was just having a ball, just whipping on through it, and just completely overlooked what the heck I was supposed to do. And then I guess you got to read the instructions. And Larry, I like pictures. Larry says, I need one of those blanks for my pen, pencil and hobby knife. Need them to be 1 by 1 and 6 inches long. Yes. Yes, you do. No doubt about it. I think this one here is a little over. Let me see how long this one is. And I actually cut that out of this blank here. This one was much longer like that. So that came out of there. I'm going to reuse this. This is big enough to be a cigar piece. So I'm going to use this piece in the top of a cigar. I think that'll look wild. This, pretty much done now. Not much left on that one. But let's see how long this is. Let's come down here. Let's get some inches. Here we go. Let's get some inches here. That is a little over 3 inches long, Larry. So the 6-inch blank, you play your game correctly, you could get 2 of those out of there. Let's see. Is the EDC always click? Good question. Click? No, it doesn't click, but it moves. I will go back and watch. That was a bad batch all the way, but I do like them. I wasn't expecting the resolution, but I'm extremely grateful. Yeah, we got to make you happy, Christina. I'm not one to just sit there and go, well, tough luck, sister. I'm like, nope, I want you guys to be happy because I'm just in here having fun. And if I don't have fun, or part of having that fun is to make people happy with their pens. So it does not click, but they call it a click pen because you have to do that. It's either a twist pen or a click pen or something that you unscrew the cap of. So it doesn't click, but you can hear it, go in and out. And it doesn't require lubrication or anything like that. So this is a Big Ben EDC, which means everyday carry. Like you'd put this in your thing and use it all day long, every day, all that kind of good stuff. It is a nice pen. That's a gorgeous one. I love the orange in that pen. Is that amazing? Does that look like a Rolls-Royce dash or what? Anyway, enough of that. Let's see. You get them in other pen kits. Look at PSI. Yeah, it doesn't click at all. Stands for everyday carry. That's what EDC is. The knives will do that. Some tools or EDCs, that kind of thing, because you always have them using the most. But talk with Carrie. There are many click pens. This one doesn't actually click, though. There's no physical click. It's just an up and down and locking motion. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. The Big Bens, Carrie, I think, packed them all up, but they're essentially two pieces that you turn to extend the pen. In fact, if you watch the video that we put up yesterday assembling all those pens, then you will see me exercise them by going, twisting back and forth kind of thing. But anyway, everybody, that's it for tonight. I want you guys to have a fabulous day. Why does that look so grainy? Weird. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. We'll probably see you again tomorrow night because this is almost fun. So, Christina, do you want one that clicks or one that doesn't click? Don't need the sound. Just wanted to know what to request for that style. Yeah, it's called a click pen, but it doesn't click like one of those Navy click, 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 that you'd fidget with. You'd fidget with this one because it goes up and down, but it's pretty smooth. Anyway, everybody, have a good evening. We'll see you soon. And look for the premiere. I'm going to put it up here, Christina Pens, that we turned this afternoon. See you around. Bye-bye.